Alright, let's get this Rognate Radio podcast, episode number 1 going. Um, yeah, I plan on getting criticized a lot by my friends on this. Let's go. Rognate Radio. What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you all to the Rognate Radio podcast, episode 1. Doing this a little differently instead of just a normal YouTube video, because I wanted to kind of be able to talk a lot longer about a few topics, and especially and not really have to worry about going in and editing a bunch of stuff. And so definitely get ready for a lot of and lost train of thought and stuff. That's why I try to write down some of my thoughts before the show. But if you were a first time listener, which I guess since this is the first time we've done this podcast, you would be. But if you're watching it on YouTube and you haven't checked out some of our other videos, make sure you check those out. Like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to be notified of all future videos that we do here at Rognate Radio. You can also find us on Facebook. You can like us there and enjoy a bunch of the stuff that we're going to be doing on there. Instagram, if you go to Instagram and try to find us, we're not there at Rognate Radio. We're there at the Toast of Nate. You have to search the Toast of Nate to be able to follow us there. And we just recently have started a Twitter account. You can find that at RockNate. That's at rock_Nate. I'll put that. I'll put all that in the description below, so you can find it a hell of a lot easier instead of you searching all day. Because if you're like me, and I'm starting to where I hate technology and trying to figure out how stuff works and all that. But also, if you're listening to this or watching this, you are doing it on one of two places right now. You are either doing it on YouTube, or you have watched the previous video and found that we are doing a Podbean podcast. Yes, you can go to Podbean, download the app in the, I guess, the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Podbean, that is, and you can listen to us there absolutely free. Make sure you subscribe on Podbean if you want to get the podcast. And also make sure that you subscribe on YouTube. Both places you can get the podcast right now. Hopefully look into expanding that, putting it on Spotify, Stitcher, and other places like that. The Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, stuff like that. Look forward to doing that in the future. But right now, you can definitely find us on YouTube with a video, and you can find us on Podbean without the video. So you don't have to look at me in my suit and tie. Well, not really a suit because I don't have the jacket, but in my tie and dress shirt. But definitely, it's just one thing I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to separate the podcast from the videos that I do. But make sure you definitely still check out the videos. Always sure to be a good time. The podcast also give me room, like I said earlier, to kind of expand on what I want to talk about. It gives me a lot more time than I normally would on YouTube videos. I know for anybody that's seen my YouTube videos, I normally spend a whole bunch of time talking. Normally they're like 20 minutes long or something like that. But I get to talk a lot more, and that's one thing I enjoy doing. I love talking about music, and I'm glad that I get to do this. So that's going to move us forward. And in case on another side note, it's a lot more free form. So I get to sit here with my cup, and I kind of get to talk to y'all and express my feelings towards music. So cheers to everybody. So this is going to kind of move us into the episode 1 topic. And if you saw the thing at the beginning of the video, you know I'm going to get criticized pretty harshly, probably by all my friends. To give a little backstory, it was probably about maybe 4 or 5 months ago, probably about 4 months ago. I was hanging out with my neighbor, and he started playing this song, and I didn't know who it was, but it was really catchy, and the vocalist, she could sing. It was amazing, and I really got into the beat of the song more, the instrumentation, the instrument sections, and really started enjoying it. And I was like, "Who's that?" And he looked at me and he told me Adele, and I said Adele. I was like, "Wow." It's like, I'd never listened to Adele before, really. I always just played it off as, just pop music, and I didn't have a care in the world about it. And I used to say that a lot. But here I am in 2019, and I have finally listened to Adele, and that's going to be the topic for today's episode. We are going to be talking about Adele's amazing album 21. And like the first time I heard this album, I was completely just blown away from I listened to it about 4 or 5 times at work that day, because like I said, I had been listening to actually the song was He Won't Go. It's I believe it's track 6 on the album, and we were listening to that and watching some football, and I was just more into the song than I was the football game, And so the next day, it was Monday, we go to work, and I'm listening to this album, and it's just blowing me away. I had to listen to it about 3 or 4 times. It's just absolutely incredible, start to finish. Came out on January 24th, 2011, and it's hard, I can't believe it took me 8 years to almost 9 years to even get into this, album, to get into Adele. Really, 31 million copies sold. Found out I think Adele. I think this is Adele has 18 Grammy noms and 15 wins. That's incredible, man. She won a bunch of awards for this album too, which is, that just goes to show you that, it's absolutely incredible. Let's see. Best Pop Solo Performance for Set Fire to the Rain, the live version, that was in 2012. She got Record of the Year and Song of the Year, which I guess Record of the Year would be like Single of the Year, and Song of the Year, and Best Short Form Video for Rolling in the Deep. That's 2011. Best Pop Solo Performance for Someone Like You, 2011. Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album for 21 in 2011. That's incredible, man. Like, all those, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's just 6 that I named that she won in 2011 at the Grammys. Album certified diamond. That's absolutely incredible, especially for somebody her age. She's pretty young into the. Well, she's not young into the music scene because she's been doing it for a while now, but for her age and to have this stature, she's pretty much at almost, if not already, at legendary performer status. And it's absolutely incredible. She's absolutely incredible. We're going to get into the album a little bit right here. I've decided the way that I'm going to do this is I think I'm going to listen to the album. I've taken notes on every song, and I've got about 6 or 7 pages. But I think I'm going to listen to the album as we go along, and just to kind of help me, maybe give me more insight than I had when I was taking the notes, So definitely, like, if you haven't ever listened to this album, I would definitely recommend. I know, like I said, I know a lot of my friends are probably going to give me a lot of crap for listening to Adele, but it's okay. It's really, that's the best part about music. There's so much out there to check out, and if you give things a chance, some things can really blow your mind and change the way you think about music. And I'm glad. I'm so happy that I found this album to listen to, because this is absolutely incredible. Before we get started, all right. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. Um, the first song is "Rolling in the Deep," and it's absolutely incredible. Like excellent way to start out an album. Perfect song to do it. Just the way it builds up with the acoustic guitar and her vocals, and then it comes in with the bass drum. Doom 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 doom. It's awesome. The constant building of it is also another thing. You start off at the beginning of the verse with her vocals and the acoustic, then it builds with the bass drum, then you have the piano and the bass that joins in, and then it just goes full, absolutely balls to the walls. And one thing that I'm going to be saying a lot in this podcast is huge choruses. Adele, especially on this album, has incredibly huge choruses, and it matches her vocals. They're absolutely incredible. One of the only songs that I'd rather sing the backing vocals. Her vocals are already amazing, and there ain't no way I'm gonna touch that. So I'll sing the backing vocals. The rolling in the deep, tears are gonna fall, rolling in the deep. That part right there. It's awesome. Uh, you know, I didn't really ever care for this song the first time that I heard it. Years ago, because I know this. I know "Rolling in the Deep." I know this song. I've heard it before now, and I didn't ever really care for it. And I guess that goes to show you how much a person's musical likes can change over a few years. That was another thing that I wrote down this, because right here in the second chorus, she repeats the rolling in the, we could have had it all, rolling in the deep, and there's not a backing vocals, but I think it's more to build towards her bridge part. That's and I really do like this bridge. It's very sing-alongable. It's sing-alongable. I've seen to be using that in episodes, and I don't even know if sing-alongable's a freaking word, man. But this song is definitely sing-alongable, if that's a word. If not, that's a Rotten 8 radio term. Copyright. Last chorus, yeah. This last chorus is big. Her choruses are just huge. The whole instrumentation of this whole song is absolutely incredible. You almost really couldn't ask for better musicians to play on this. Very catchy, very honest, very big. Just an incredible song, man. I love it. I loved it start to finish. Great way to start off an album. Rumor has it. I like I love her vocals, and I love the feel of the song. I love the instrumentation in the song. It just and it's probably more of the chorus that really kind of throws me off, where she repeats the "rumor has it" part. Um, and I understand why that's being done. I understand the influence of the tone of the song and the way that the song's written. I understand the influence behind that, and it's not a bad song by any means at all. Um, and it's actually a very very clever song, but the repetition, just the repetitiveness of the chorus is I mean, it would turn most people off. I mean, I can't say that it wouldn't. And even I, like, this isn't my favorite song on this album. Like, and like I said, I love the way that it's written. I love the instrumentation and all that. But it's because of the chorus that it kind of throws me off. But if without that, I mean, if she were to say it a couple of less times, it would be all right. But other than that, the song is absolutely incredible. Like I said, I understand why it's being done. I understand the influence of the musical style of where this is coming from and why this is being repeated. Um, but yeah, I love the constant like situation changing in the songs lyrics, where it's like, rumor has it I'm the one you're leaving her for. Rumor has it she's the one you're leaving me for, and just like the constant situation changing throughout the song. But definitely, definitely yes, the bridge where all of these words like that. That's probably my favorite part of the entire song. Um, it's a very pretty bridge, and it builds up. The way that it builds up with the piano it has like a Showtime feel, and it's absolutely incredible song. Yes, yes, I love the song. Um, Rumor has it is yeah, very good song. Let's go ahead and turning tables. It's like when her vocals and a piano start going together. That's pretty much all you need. You don't need any more instruments other than that. It makes her vocals, her lyrics, the way she's singing, it makes it feel like 100% more pure, man. And it really brings out the emotion that she's feeling, and it reflects, and you can really feel that, especially if you've been in situations like she's expressing. It's absolutely beautiful. And this won't be the first time I'll say this. I cried the first time I heard this song. It's absolutely beautiful. The lyrics behind it, the whole meaning behind it. I won't let you close enough to hurt me. I won't ask you to just desert me. I can't give you all the things you gave me. It's time to say goodbye to turning tables. I mean, abs- absolutely beautiful. She's a great lyricist. She knows how to convey her feelings into a very emotional and beautiful song. It seems to me like when she's recording her songs with her or with the session musicians or whatever, she knows what she's going for. She knows um, the emotion that she's trying to convey with the songs, and absolutely beautiful song. Big choruses are definitely her strong point. The strings building up through the pre-chorus and just throughout the song, and the string accompaniment, social. The string accompaniment in the bridge is absolutely beautiful. It makes the song even bigger than it was to begin with. Just absolutely beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful song. It really feels like well, it reminds me of like a Pink Floyd, and I've seen videos of Adele live, but it reminds me of watching Pink Floyd live videos. It's one of those shows like where you go to see Adele. It's not you're not sitting there, yeah, woo. You're not sitting there doing that the whole time. You're listening because it's this right here is it's this is music. This isn't like gangster rap. This isn't heavy metal. This is pure just music. This is it's theatrical in a musical sense. It's not showmanship. It's just the theatrics within the music. You can feel what the artist is saying. In this case, Adele is saying. You can feel and the emotions that she's giving off. Whether she's saying this song 1,000 times or not, you can feel that she still has that emotion to sing that song. And if you, like I said earlier, if you've been through that situation, you can feel that, man. And it's absolutely incredible. I think we're gonna go on to the next song. I can't believe I talked through that whole song. The next one, the fourth track, "Don't You Remember." I hate to say it. Sometimes I kind of forget about this song. And only reason being because the next two tracks after this are like absolutely incredible, and it's kind of sandwiched between two incredible. Like tracks 3 and tracks 5 are absolutely incredible. So it warrants kind of that forgetfulness. But saying that though, like no song on this album. When I say anything, like not necessarily a positive comment, but not necessarily a negative comment. Whenever I say something like that for this album, do not take it as this is a bad album. This album is 10 out of 10 all the way through. I recommend this album absolutely to anybody that has not ever heard it before. And this the pre-chorus right here that she's going to, that is absolutely incredible. Again, the instrumentation, the musicians she's playing with, incredible. Absolutely incredible. I've listened to 25 as well. I have not got around to listening to 19 yet. I kind of wanted to do a raw reaction on that one. But I have listened to 25 all the way through. And I do enjoy that album. But this album has one thing that I enjoy over 25 big time, and it's the instrumentation. You have a lot more of the basic. You've got your guitars, you've got your strings, you've got your you've got it all. You've got your drums, your bass, your pianos, and it seems like 25 was a lot more processed, a lot more pop centric. This album seems like it really just doesn't have a genre to me. It's the if I were to say what is pop music, I would say this is pop music. Like this defines pop music more than Katy Perry or Taylor Swift or Demi Lovato or anybody like that. This is like the true pop music. This is I mean, it's just what it is. It's good. It's actual music instead of playing behind a beat. It's incredible. I got a little sidetracked actually on that. Talking about "Don't You Remember." I love the build up I love the build up to the bridge and the bridge itself. It makes the right at the end of the bridge. It's like it makes the last chorus just so much bigger, and just why don't you remember? And it absolutely incredible. I'm gonna get made fun of so hard about this video. I know I am. Great song. I wrote in my notes that it's just not one of my favorites, but I wouldn't say that. Um, I do enjoy this song, and I think the album would be very left out without this song in it. But it just got the look of being sandwiched between two amazing songs. So we'll move to number 5, track 5 on 21, Set Fire to the Rain. Um, Again, the first time I heard this, this is the point on the album where I was just blown away. Like this was it for me. And again, this song made me cry. He Won't Go may have been the song that piqued my interest, that sparked my interest in Adele, but Set Fire to the Rain is the song that solidified my love for Adele. Because I stopped. I was in the middle of listening to this album for the very first time, and I listened to this song, and I listened to it. I kept it on repeat for about 3 more times. It's just absolutely incredible song. Her vocals are on point all the way through. The emotion you feel in this song is incredible. The freaking bass player is absolutely incredible. He's playing a fretless bass, and you can hear especially in the transitions from the verse to the chorus, he does like these little slides, and it adds to the feel, and it adds to the build of that crescendo in the chorus. And the chorus is fucking huge in this song. Absolutely incredible. This has to at least be in like the top 10 greatest, at least. If I won't, okay, maybe not top 10, top 50 greatest songs of all times. Has to be. I would honestly rank this song above Hello. Hello's an amazing song, but Set Fire to the Rain is emotion to the 10th degree. The instruments in that, the real instrumentation in that, gives it that feel. Absolutely incredible. Then you got the big chorus. It would be, I guess it would be the second chorus, just this big chorus, and then it goes into this soft bridge. Not really, it's not really soft, but compared to the chorus, it's just this laid back. Ooh, you got the backing vocals, just ooh, and I'm not trying to sing or anything, but you've got that going on. And then with that soft bridge, it just melts and transitions so seamlessly into a huge chorus. And the way she belts out those notes at the end of that last chorus is just absolutely, it'll send goosebumps up your fucking back, man. Absolutely incredible song. The emotion in this song is just awe inspiring. It's absolutely incredible. 12 out of 10, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Go on to number 6. This one, now, He Won't Go. He Won't Go is a great old song. If you haven't seen Zach Brown Band's cover of this on YouTube, definitely check that out. I may even put that in the link in the description. Yeah, this is a song that attracted me to Adele. I didn't know it was her at first, but after I found it out, I was all on board. Like, I was like, I'm gonna check the rest of this album out, and after that, because I knew it was on the same album as Rolling in the Deep and Rumor Has It. And I already knew those songs. And, Rolling in the Deep ain't a bad song. I didn't really care for Rumor Has It. But, this is a song that got me wanting to listen to the whole album. So, congratulations on it, you know. Um, yeah, the minimal instruments in the first verse really let her vocals shine, and I'm sorry, the fucking bass, dude. You know, I've said the F word 3 times now, and I think twice of them have been about the bass. Groovy as hell, man. Just funky, catchy chorus, very groovy, man. What the hell is the? I'm trying. I want to know what the bass player's name was on this album. Because that son of a bitch can play, man. And I'm a bass. The reason I'm freaking out, I'm a bass player. I love the way bass players play, especially on stuff like this. And it really adds to the feel of the song. Let's see what we got. Paul Epworth says he plays the bass, acoustic guitar, electric guitar, percussion, and background vocals. Okay, hang on. Yeah, what? Oh shit! Oh shit! Yo! Pino Palladino from he played in the Who, and he played in John Mayer Trio. He actually recorded the bass for He Won't Go. He did He Won't Go. He did what? Don't You Remember? He did oh man, he did One and Only, and it looks like he did Love Song too. Pino Palladino, man, that's fucking mind blowing. That's awesome right there. I've gotten away from the song, man. You know, from the notes I had, that's the crazy thing about it. This song just kicks ass, and finding out that Pino Palladino himself did bass on this, man, absolutely incredible bassist, man. Yeah, I love the third verse. I love the way that it kind of starts off with minimal instruments, and then it just builds its way up and pounds out with a great chorus. This is just absolutely perfect song. Absolutely perfect song. Go to number 7, Take It All. This is a really pretty song itself. Very pretty song. Very pretty. Yeah, like I said, the piano and the vocal combo, it really gives her vocals that extra push of emotion. Same way strings do. When you have strings and a vocal accompaniment, it just pushes those vocals. And the harmonies right here in the chorus, absolutely beautiful. The lyrics that she writes really can speak to people. Because she writes from personal experience, and you can definitely feel the emotion that she puts out. This is just an absolutely beautiful song, man. I really don't have too much to say about it. Just absolutely incredible song. We'll go ahead and go to number 8. I'll Be Waiting. I think I read somewhere that when she was I think she was touring the United States or somewhere like that. She was doing something like that, and she had never really listened to, you know, the American music like that, especially like the country music and stuff like that. And I can really hear country influence in this song, kind of. And I don't think that has anything to do with it, but this is one of my least favorites. This is probably my least favorite song on this album. Not a bad song, just not my favorite. Her vocals are really good. I love this line right here. I swam dirty waters, but you pushed me in. I love stuff like that. Um, I enjoy the instruments that accompany the vocals. Well, the music basically. I enjoy the music. It's not a bad song. It's just it's not my cup of tea, man. It's really not. The chorus actually reminds me of Miranda Lambert for some reason, and that may be one of the reasons that it turns me. I don't know why but I think that may be why it turns me off from the song. I just it to me it sounds like Miranda Lambert, and I'm not. I don't like Miranda Lambert at all. But again, it's not a bad song. Her wordplay and lyrics are very clever in the song. Um, the bridge, sexy as hell. Just miles between us. The way she's singing that, absolutely sexy. Just I enjoy the hell out of that. Um, don't start getting any nasty ideas. It ain't like that or anything. Oh hell. Let's go ahead and go on to number 9. One and only, again, Pino Palladino, John Mayer Trio, and The Who. Many other projects plays bass on here. This is why it's so fire. This song is fire as fuck. From the moment she starts singing, I get goosebumps, and it is so passionate. I sit there and want to sing my heart out to this song right here. And, oh God, that bass. When it comes in, that bass is just fire, man. It's crazy, you know. It's stuff like that makes me want to be a session musician, you know. Just, you get to play on so many different things. And you know, like, I would have never realized that that Pino played on here. And, absolutely incredible. This chorus is probably my favorite chorus on this entire album. It's just absolutely awesome, and I'll sit there and be listening to this album in the car, and I'll dare you to let me be your one and only. Just start singing, you know, and love it. I absolutely love it. Her lyrics are incredible. Very powerful builds and transitions throughout the song. Yeah. The bridge is really beautiful too. I really love the bridge, the way that it just kind of calms down and it builds. You got the vocal harmonies underneath, and it just builds with the music, and it just they keep adding layers of harmony as the music crescendos, and it is absolutely beautiful. It goes great with her voice. The transition back to the chorus is seamless and flawless from that bridge too. And you know, really after listening to this, I would love to hear Adele do a cover of "Great Gig in the Sky" by Pink Floyd. That would be freaking amazing, man. I think I know wholeheartedly she could pull it off. I know she could do it. Without a doubt, I know she could do it. Great song. One and only. Absolutely great song. Number 10 on the see, Love Song. I I knew of The Cure, but I did not know that this was a Cure song. And hell, even if I would have known of The Cure and knew that this was a Cure song, I well, if I would have known Love Song was a song from The Cure, I would have known that this was it. The way that she pretty much it slows it down, strips it down, puts it acoustically, puts an acoustic take on it. It doesn't have the same feel as the original song by The Cure, but it's a great choice, absolutely great choice of a cover to put on this album because it really fits the feel of the album. Lyric wise, and the way that they, like I said, the way they stripped it down and made it acoustic, it really fits. It's a really good fitting point between One and Only and Someone Like You. Very relaxing. Very relaxing. A very good example of an artist taking a song and making it their own. Because, I mean, that just, not like the guy from Flaw, because that's plagiarism. You're pretty much taking somebody's song and trying to write your own stuff. No, that don't work. But this right here, being a cover, but she's taking this song by The Cure and she's making it her own interpretation, and it's beautiful. It's actually great cover, very great cover, very good cover. Love the acoustic solo, smooth as fuck. Like I said, great choice for her to do this song. Yeah, that solo, that acoustic solo is amazing. All right, let's move on to the final song on the album. This is absolutely incredible. Someone Like You. I don't think you can be a human and not like this song. This song is absolutely beautiful, and it's it's just incredibly powerful. The meaning and the lyrics and just all that behind it. I mean, this is the third song that made me cry listening to it. To be honest, her vocals could not be more perfect. It goes back to, again, her. I know I said it on Turning Tables and Take It All. Her vocals with the piano is just as perfect and pure as you can get. And it really brings out the emotion that she feels. This chorus hits hard as hell. That if you've ever been in the situation like this, where someone that you love has moved on, and you don't want them to move on, but they've that's it, they've moved on. If you've ever been in that situation, even if you haven't, this song hits hard as fuck. And that's probably the 5th F-bomb I've dropped, and this is the 6th, but this song hits hard as hell. This is an absolutely incredible song. Adele really knows how to touch the feelings. And if you're not, one of those people that, gets in touch with their feelings every now and then, you should be. It's not healthy to keep that stuff bagged in. And hell, you could be. I'll be sitting in the car listening to this, and I'll be texting somebody, and I'll stop in the middle of texting, and I'll get emotional about it. I'll start getting emotional. This will make me cry. Especially this song right here. It's very emotional. It'll make you. It makes you rethink your whole life pretty much. And because this shit hits deep, and it's her vocals. Her vocals are just absolutely incredible. I would love to see her live. I would absolutely love to see her live. Her vocals with the solo piano chords is so beautiful. Right there at the well, I guess it'd be the last chorus, but she repeats it. But it would be that right after the bridge. That chorus right after the bridge where it's just dun dun, just solo chords with her vocals. Adele definitely has the voice of a decade, without a doubt. If Freddie Mercury was the voice of the 70s, the 80s, any of it, probably I don't know, probably more of the 80s than the 70s, but I would definitely say Freddie Mercury was the voice of a decade. But Adele is pop, out of pop, metal, rock. I'm sorry. Pick on who you want. If you pick on somebody for enjoying this, I don't understand what kind of person you can be, because this is true music right here. This is absolutely incredible. This entire album is absolutely amazing, and I take absolutely no shame in enjoying this very thoroughly. But I really hope yeah. Wow. Wow. Absolutely incredible song, album. 21 from Adele. If you haven't ever checked it out, I definitely encourage you all to check it out. I think you can probably listen to it all on YouTube. Wow. Yeah. Definitely enjoyed this album very thoroughly. It's meant a lot to me. It's sometimes you just need to let the emotions out, and this is a damn good album to do that if you need to let emotions out, especially if you've had a couple cups like me. Shut up, microphone. If you enjoyed this episode, this craziness, the whatever you want to call it, if you enjoyed this, and I hope that you did, I sincerely do, make sure you like it. Make sure you like this video on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe both on YouTube and Podbean right now. Ring the bell on YouTube to be notified of all future videos, including podcast and regular videos that we will be uploading. Make sure you go to our social media pages. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Instagram will be at the Toast of Nate. Remember that. And Twitter is at rock_Nate. I'll put everything down in the description below. Leave comments and suggestions of any future albums that you want me to listen to, anything that you want me to listen to, and give my take on, for video ideas, for podcast ideas. Podcasts are also open for interviews. I'm hoping to get a thing up where I can go live on maybe Facebook or somewhere like that and have people asking me questions while I'm doing the podcast, and I can kind of answer that while everything's going on. But I hope that everyone enjoys the rest of their week, and I hope that everybody rocks on. Continue. Make sure you check out 21 from Adele. I've enjoyed spending time with y'all in today's podcast. Rock on, everybody. Y'all stay cool.